I'm Susan Calman.
Hi, Captain.
Hi, Susan.
Like millions of Brits, I love cruising. And you're coming with me on my next adventures.
Cheers.
So jump on board for boatloads of fun.
OK, hold on, I'll do a coquettish leg. Oh, that's good.
A whole lot of sun and some epic destinations all around the globe.
Hello. Oh, wait to see the Statue of Liberty.
With plenty of highs.
I feel on top of the world.
The occasional low.
I can see why you told us to sit down now.
And a surprise in every port.
There, over there.
So, what are you waiting for? Let's go cruising. This week, I'm taking things easy in Canada.
I'm going to get a cocktail and relax for a bit.
I'll be getting my game face on.
Oh no, this is terrible.
Both off the ship and on board it. Surround myself in Canada's beautiful fall colours and try to spot some elusive locals.
There, over there.
So far, I've sailed along the coast of New England, explored the concrete jungle of New York City from the air,
Oh my word.
manned the mainsail in Newport, Rhode Island,
You're doing great. I might have to hire you.
And listen, I'm always available.
and stopped for a pint at a lovely local in Boston, Massachusetts.
That's the greatest moment of my life.
And now I'm inviting you to come along and share in my adventure through Canada. Leaving the USA behind, I've sailed into Canadian waters. I'll stop at Halifax before heading north to Sept-Îles and Saguenay, finishing my trip in Quebec City. We're getting tantalisingly close to the coastline of Nova Scotia, which is Latin for New Scotland. And even though I've called the ship home for the better part of a week, I still love to take a stroll around its 19 decks.
Hiya. Hello.
But my favourite part, right at the centre, is known as the Piazza.
So down here, there's obviously been a kind of a fruit and veg carving demonstration. I'm very much a fan of it. This is amazing. I mean, the closest I've got is I make a pineapple hedgehog when people come round for dinner and I want to be fancy. It's the use of the cauliflower on this one, I think, outstanding.
It's a ship designed with socialising in mind, where it's so easy to get stuck in and make some new friends.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good, thank you. Nice to see you.
Outside, the ship is pulling into our first Canadian destination, the capital of Nova Scotia, Halifax. The port is one of the largest harbours in the world, and it needs to be. As it's perched on the eastern tip of North America, it's a key location for those sailing to Europe and beyond, handling around 180 visiting cruise ships a year. And as my feet touch Canadian soil, I spot a familiar fashion, which I didn't think I'd see this far from home.
Everyone's wearing a kilt, which is lovely. I love a man in a kilt. It's the way it swishes as he walks. Hello?
Are you Susan?
Yes, I am.
Carol.
Nice to
Welcome,
meet you.
welcome.
Gorgeous tartan skirt you're wearing. It's
Lovely.
beautiful.
Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia.
There's been a Scottish presence here stretching back to the early 17th century. Turbulent times in Scotland saw over 15,000 Scots make the treacherous journey across the Atlantic, settling in Nova Scotia.
Welcome everyone, honorary Haligonians. Today you are going to beautiful Peggy's Cove, Nova Scotia, Canada.
Our local tour guide, Carol, has a special trip planned, and there are some very recognisable reminders from home to introduce me to this new world.
Carol, we're in Nova Scotia. How do people here feel about their connection with Scotland?
They are very proud. And of course, we're proud to wear the tartans.
You're wearing a special
I
tartan.
am wearing the Nova Scotia tartan, and of course the colors on it are symbolic for our province. The blue is for the sea and the sky, and the red and the gold are from our shield and our coat of arms.
And have you ever been to Scotland?
No, but it's on my bucket list.
Yeah?
Yes.
See, this was on my bucket list. And then you can come over to Scotland.
Here, I would
and
love that.
I'll give you a tour.
Yeah, I would love that, Susan.
It's an hour's drive until we're able to hop off the bus at our first destination, Peggy's Cove.
Isn't that beautiful?
Absolutely stunning.
A tiny fishing village on the shore of St Margaret's Bay that's a must-see for thousands of daily visitors, including Pat and Melissa, who've joined the cruise from Wisconsin.
That's the money shot right there.
That is incredible. When you're looking out there, you just see the power of the sea.
The power
And then
of the
it's
sea.
all calm.
It's amazing in general.
The smell, for me, I never get over the excitement of being by the sea. And that, you know, when you do that and you've got salt, that to me is a beautiful, beautiful thing. It really is.
The bulk of the catch here is the world-famous Nova Scotia lobster, which is caught in the freezing waters of the Atlantic between November and May each year.
It's an absolutely stunning place, this. It's the colours, I always think it's astonishing. It's so different.
But it's easy to be fooled by this quaint picture postcard backdrop. Winter storms and hurricanes can batter this craggy granite coastline, making it perilous for ships at sea. Luckily, the cove has an important beacon to help prevent disaster.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Peggy's Cove Lighthouse.
It's fascinating, though, because we're on the cruise ship, which is nice and comfortable, but they're still sailing in these incredibly powerful waters. And that the captains aren't there for show. It blows my mind sometimes.
There are over 160 lighthouses guarding the coastline of Nova Scotia, more than anywhere else in Canada. And this one at Peggy's Cove is the most famous of them all.
There's a piper!
And a piper.
Oh, don't I start crying? I find the pipes emotional. I really do find the pipes emotional. This may be a silly question, but why is it called Peggy's Cove?
Is about a shipwreck that happened around 1800. The only person to survive that shipwreck was a young woman by the name of Margaret. And certainly in Nova Scotia, ladies with the name Margaret are called Peggy. She ended up marrying one of the rescuers. They lived in the area, and when people would come to visit, they said that they were going to visit Peggy of the Cove.
Are you feeling romantic
Sounds like
here?
a romance
Are you feeling the
novel.
romance?
Yeah.
I'm feeling that. I'm on my own, but I'm feeling the romance.
There you go.
You look perfect. I look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards. It's like I've got my own wind machine. It's like an 80s power ballad video at the moment.
It could be the sea air or the haunting sounds of the lone piper, but suddenly I'm feeling very sentimental.
It's quite a strange feeling, actually. According to the internet, I'm 2,666 miles from Glasgow, but I could be on Buchanan Street with the piper playing. And the wind is certainly reminding me very much of Scotland. It is one of those moments where you're slightly overawed by the vastness of the world. I feel strangely at home, yet at the same time very far away. And those two things can go together quite well. I'm in love with it.
Quick, get me back to the ship or I'm in danger of staying here for good. Coming up, I show my competitive streak in a game of nerves against the ship's crew.
It's gonna go! Oh. No!
And learn what happens when a mummy and daddy mussel have a special cuddle.
I'll do the muscles rippings.
This reminds me of a conversation I had with my mother when I was quite young.
We're on a trip around the eastern coastline of Canada. Overnight, we've sailed north from our first stop in Halifax into the Gulf of St Lawrence and onward towards our next destination. A misty dawn has broken, revealing the tail end of Hurricane Fiona, that's causing stormy weather and 100-mile-per-hour winds further up the coast. But on the ship, we're in good hands, as the captain keeps us well out of harm's way. And whilst most of the guests head for breakfast, I thought I'd try something a little different, and I don't even have to leave my room.
I woke up this morning and thought, I feel quite glamorous today. And I love a visit to the buffet in the morning, but I thought, no, Susan, treat yourself. So I've ordered a balcony breakfast. It's a smorgasbord of delicious treats. You know, I'm just reclining, waiting for it to arrive in a glamorous way. That's it. Oh, hold on.
Service.
That's it.
Morning,
Hi.
Miss Susan. How are you?
I'm very good, thank
Very
you. Feel slightly underdressed. Oh, thank you very much. Come on in. I'll disappear while you set it all up.
No problem.
This isn't your average continental breakfast featuring a stale croissant and a lukewarm cup of instant coffee. This is set to be one of the bougiest breakfasts I've had in my life. And I'm still in my pyjamas.
Susan?
Is it ready?
Of course.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much. Oh, excuse me. There we are. Lovely.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you
Are we
very
ready
much.
for our breakfast?
Absolutely.
Okay, in the meantime, would you like to I pour you first the coffee before I
Yes,
explain
coffee
the
would be gorgeous. Thank you very much indeed.
I'm in danger of getting far too used to this kind of treatment.
So what we have selection of the fruits for the beginning. And then we have the combination of the smoked salmon with a little bit quiche.
Lovely.
And a little bit cream cheese on the side.
Beautiful. Thank you
Is
so
there
much.
anything else what I can
Oh, no, I think this is absolutely
just
enough.
love
This is
to enjoy.
enough. Thank you so much.
I left you a beautiful rose, so remind you that even if the weather is bad, we take care about you. Okay?
Oh, thank you, darling.
darling.
Thank you so much. I'll
You're
see you
welcome.
soon.
See you. Bye-bye.
It's a beautiful rose.
I think I'm in love. With the breakfast, obviously, thank you.
I think you start with a little bit of fruit as a palate cleanser. However, there is a hot bit of bacon there. Do you eat the hot stuff first before it gets cold? I don't know. What I do know is this. There's not a breakfast in the world not made better by the addition of a little bit of cream. It's a fancy tomato rose. I'm a child of the 70s. I love a fancy tomato rose.
I'm in my element. But the storm clouds remind me Hurricane Fiona is still making her presence felt.
The only problem is, did you see that? There's lightning and thunder and a foghorn. Can you hear that? It's like we're entering some form of mystical country that's protected by the elements. Okay, so this has turned into something far more than I thought it was. I'd ordered myself a glamorous balcony breakfast, and instead I've got the show of a lifetime happening right over there. Do you think this comes as standard with the balcony breakfast every time? I don't know if it does.
Even in stormy seas, this breakfast has fed my soul. More than I thought a breakfast ever could.
It's important, you know, to take these moments completely on my own, just enjoying the morning. Yeah.
Should I have any coffee?
No. But this morning's just if you want it.
I'll have that bit. Is there any
Any
more?
of that. Quiche. Yeah, you can have a quiche. Do you want the quiche?
No.
Anyone would think we're not feeding them. After a hearty breakfast and a spectacular lightning show, I'm fired up and ready for anything, which is just as well.
Morning, everyone. Hello!
Because this morning, along with a team of fellow passengers, I'll be tested on two key attributes: my general knowledge and ability to stack bricks.
Welcome. How are we feeling?
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
And I'm here to win.
All right. It's now time to bring to the floor your officers. Let's welcome your GSO.
I'm not sure what these officers have done to warrant this kind of walk-on music. They're probably very nice people, but right now it's the grudge match to end them all, and I want to conquer them in front of this large crowd.
Does anybody care to see whether or not a plucky team of passengers can beat this team of officers?
It's a classic game of nerve and balance on a cruise ship in a thunderstorm. Game on.
Here we go. First question. Which flower is linked with Remembrance Sunday?
As nominated spokesperson, I deliver the first blow.
The red poppy.
Indeed, yes, it's the poppy.
It's a strong start for the guests, meaning the officers must remove and replace the first brick.
No, UK, don't get put off by anything. It's very important not to get distracted by anything that's happening.
Susan's not trying to distract you
No,
at
no,
all.
I was just helping her.
Nicely done, Candy. Okay, officers, what was the name of the original Love Boat?
Are you going to ask me questions about Glasgow? Because that was really
Maybe a
easy.
little bit later on, Susan.
Was the original Pacific Princess. Indeed it was. Nicely done.
Hardly seems fair that a team of sailors are given a question about a ship, but I'll take it in my stride.
All right, question for the guests.
Yeah.
What colours are on the Scottish flag?
I take it all back. Pick me!
It is blue and white.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am sure.
It's correct.
Thank
Nicely
you very
done.
much indeed.
So far, everything's level, but us passengers soon begin to snatch the lead.
It was pigeon. 8. Cactus. An identified flying object. That's my final answer.
It's incorrect, Susan.
Very sorry to my fellow passengers. This may be the end of it.
Has there ever been a game with higher stakes? The tower is now a precarious 29 blocks high, the slightest breath, and it's all over.
The ship is moving. Could you call the captain and ask him to stop the ship for a moment? We're doing something quite important here. Oh, no, no!
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners is the officer!
It's hard to put into words the feeling of crushing defeat running through me.
That was truly one of the most intense experiences of my life. Brilliant fun, but my heart rate is through the roof. Hashtag Extreme Jenga.
I need to calm myself down, and luckily the captain has the perfect answer. They've expertly navigated the murky weather and guided us to the northern shores of the St. Lawrence River. The city of Sept-Îles in Quebec was named on account of the 7 islands that sit just outside of the bay. Around 30,000 people live here, and for 80% of them, French is their first language. Now, on this cruise, I've decided to embrace every opportunity, even though I'm not entirely sure what I'm letting myself in for.
I don't really know where we're going, but that's part of the excitement. Au revoir, mes amis. Au revoir.
So when someone said to me, "Susan, do you want to come on a trip to learn about mussels?" I told them they're not really my thing. But then they said I might see some porpoises too. So I thought, how can I refuse?
Nothing makes me more happy than that feeling as the engines rev up. Okay, here we go. Always makes me feel a little bit like I'm a Bond girl. Tell you what, I'm glad I had a light breakfast a few hours ago.
As we speed towards a vast lump of rock covered in birch and spruce trees, our destination becomes apparent. La Grosse Bulle.
Feels slightly like we've come to Treasure Island or something. Just little huts everywhere.
I want to live here. Decision made. I've got my passport, leave me here.
I wonder what's the going rate for a little one-bed hut. It's a question for our guide, Marie Chantal, who's an expert on the local wildlife of the Isles.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Grosse Bulle in Sept-Îles, 7 Island. Grosse Bulle means big ball, more or less. Nobody lives on the island, except here during the summer. The owners of the farm are the only one. Very exclusive. On the Grosse Bulle, it's very exclusive.
There go my dreams of owning one of these pretty seaside bolt holes. which is a shame because they're one of the best places to spot elusive wildlife.
Kind of dolphins.
Dolphins? Dolphins? There. There they are.
Yeah, those are porpoise.
Porpoise.
Apparently, there's a porpoise out there. I'm desperate to spot some sea life before my trip is over.
They usually travel in couple.
Are they quite common round here to see them?
They are, yes.
Quite common.
Yeah, you see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's a duck! It's Nessie! It's Nessie!
A duck? Well, that is a disappointing revelation. But that's not all this place has to offer. Thanks to the pristine waters, the island specialises in the farming of blue mussels, which live and reproduce naturally in the area. And for good measure, it's time we learn what happens when a mummy mussel and a daddy mussel love each other very, very much.
How do the mussels reproduce?
They buy each other dinner?
When the temperature comes at between 14 and 16 degrees Celsius, they will release their eggs and sperm in the water. They don't have to touch each other. They just release it in the water.
I mean, that's a better way of doing things. No touching. This reminds me of a conversation I had with my mother when I was quite young about the facts of life. I feel quite awkward, Chantal.
When the sperm meets the eggs, that will form some larvae. Okay? The larva wants to become a mussel. So we want to collect what we call spats. It takes 3 years here, from the collection of the spat to the table.
3 years?
3 years.
I'm not sure swimming in salt water will ever be the same again. The mussels aren't ready to be harvested yet, so Marie Chantal has some other delicacies of the sea for us to try.
Hi, so we have very special chips.
Crisps.
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 Okay, so these are crisps.
Crisps? In a region famed for its seafood, I'm eating crisps. Hope they have cheese and onion.
They're all made with seaweed.
Okay.
Sesame oil and sesame seeds.
It's not strange at all having you watch me eat. Nice. Enjoyable.
Next up, classic ready salted.
Favourite so far?
And finally, something a little left field.
Maple syrup one.
Maple syrup seaweed.
Yeah.
That's the most extraordinary thing I've ever tasted. Because it's sugary, sweet.
It is.
Earthy. Hark at me, Greg Wallace and MasterChef. Chantal, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure meeting you and for telling me more than I ever thought possible about the reproduction of shellfish.
It's my pleasure.
I never thought I'd hear the word sperm so many times.
Ah, well, I'll have to save my wildlife ambitions and seafood appetite for another day. But at least I've learned some fascinating facts about the ins and outs of mussel breeding. Coming up, my ocean voyage turns into a river cruise as I try to spot a whale in Saguenay.
What might I be able to see today? Minke whale, if we are lucky.
There, over there.
And I treat myself to a little TLC.
Cheers.
Welcome back to my Canadian cruising adventure. So far, I've witnessed the rugged beauty of Halifax, Nova Scotia, and learned about loved-up mussels in Sept-Îles. We've travelled through the Gulf of St. Lawrence, and now the ship has turned northwest for a brief detour up the Saguenay River. The crew have worked hard to avoid the worst of the weather Hurricane Fiona has thrown our way, and I'm not going to let it dampen my spirits.
So I've decided today is full throttle. We're going full throttle today.
Whilst the rest of the ship is waking up, I'm blowing the sleep from my eyes with a bracing walk up on deck.
It's people on the treadmills. It's absolutely fine here. I might get a cocktail and relax for a bit. Oh, look
Well and truly invigorated, it's time to take in the view. And the ocean horizon has been replaced with something even more special.
Finally, some of the fall colours I was looking forward to. It is epic. The ship is abuzz. There are people on deck taking photographs. It's stunning, absolutely stunning to look at. And what is so brilliant is, we're this big ship, we've been on the ocean, and we've turned into a river cruise.
Despite the high winds, the captain has skillfully navigated the river's narrow course and made port at the small city of Saguenay. Whilst here, I'm on a mission to do something I've dreamed of my entire life.
Thank you very much. Ding ding.
Spot a whale in the wild. From the port, I've travelled along the river to the coast and into the stunning autumn colours of Fjord de Saguenay National Park.
I'm not just here for the trees, although they are very beautiful. The bonus of this national park is apparently it's the best place to try and catch sight of whales whilst you're on dry land. And I'm never going to pass up that opportunity.
Local ranger Marie-Sophie knows all there is to know about the marine mammals mooching around in these waters.
Tell me, what might I be able to see today?
Minke whale, if we are lucky. Here it's a huge aquatic pantry for the whales. They come here, they come from the Atlantic Ocean to eat a lot of fish, a lot of tiny prey as zooplankton.
Can I borrow those binoculars?
Of course.
Oh, it's like I've won an award. So is this a good place to have a look?
Yeah.
OK, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's not that I'm not interested in you, but there are whales.
Oh, no, I know.
So I'm going.
Go enjoy your moment.
Thank you very much
Go
indeed.
enjoy.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You need a lot of patience for this sort of thing. And when it comes to whales, I've got all day.
Don't know what it is about whales. I think for a lot of people, it's quite an emotional thing to see them, especially in their natural habitat in the wild. You know, where they should be is such a brilliant thing. And you just have to be patient.
I'm trying my damnedest not to get my hopes up.
I'm biting my nails. Stop biting your nails, Susan.
These things rarely fall into place, especially when there are TV cameras watching.
Sometimes when you do these kind of wildlife trips, they don't appear.
But incredibly,
There, over there.
a glorious minke whale.
There's two of them. I don't even need the binoculars. They're so close. They're like from here to across the road. That's how close they are. And there it is there, oh my goodness. And it's so calm. Oh, beautiful. It's just swimming, oh my goodness, it's just... It's making the noise and everything. I just didn't think I'd see them. And they're just swimming along.
Minke whales grow to around 9 metres, with only 180,000 estimated to be living in the entire North Atlantic, making this chance meeting extra special.
That is probably one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
Seeing whales in the wild is a first for me, and I'm beyond happy to finally tick spotting one off my bucket list.
I have the biggest smile on my face because this was one of those days that might not have worked out. You know, I put on my walking boots, my waterproofs, I came off the ship and I took a chance. And that chance has paid off big time.
Back on the ship, and after all that hiking and excitement, I need to unwind. Luckily, up on deck 16, the ship has its own spa. It's got everything from facials and scrubs to body wraps and acupuncture.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. Is this where you wait for the 2-minute...
I've booked in for a quick shoulder massage, together with Brian, Marcia and her husband Jim, who are all on board from Texas.
What's your relationship?
We're traveling friends.
Traveling friends?
There's a group of 8 of us that travel all over the place.
This is about the 9th trip the 8 of us has taken together, and we just put together a wish list.
And you're working your way through them?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
We travel a lot. We've been married 40 years.
40?
Yes.
How's that going for you, Marcia?
Well, it's going okay. We're hanging in there.
Marcia, tell me, I love the spa area on a ship because it's very relaxing. Have you used any of the facilities up here?
I've been wanting to come up. We haven't done it because when we travel, we are busy the whole time. We go, 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 and so we a lot of times don't have time. But we have had time on this cruise, so I thought it'd be a good time to come up.
I love your accent, Marcia.
Thank you.
It's wonderful.
Well, I like yours.
Thank you. We're getting ours now.
Now y'all are getting them.
You're getting
I got a fright there. Someone approached. Oh, thank you very much. This is quite required.
Yes.
I've got a bit of a sore neck.
Hey, Susan, I think we could get used to this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Last time I had a massage, the therapist said I had a back like concrete. That's good. Don't worry, I'm enjoying it. This is just how I look when I'm having fun.
And in keeping with my new self-care regime, I'm not going to miss the opportunity to have the hot tub all to myself, even if it's a bit chilly outside.
I've been on a few cruises now and I've always been quite jealous watching people lounging in one of these. So I thought I'd treat myself. It's been a busy day. The sun is setting. Cocktail in hand. Cheers. I'm not quite sophisticated yet, am I? I'll try it again. Cheers. This is life. I'm small enough I could swim in it.
Coming up, can I keep my cool?
Okay.
Whilst trying my hand at Canada's favourite sport.
It's the stopping I'm not very good at.
And can I stay cool?
Oh my, oh.
As I finish my trip with a spectacular view.
I feel on top of the world!
I've spent the last few days cruising around the coastlines of eastern Canada. Overnight, the ship has sailed along the final stretch of my journey and docked in Quebec City. Founded in 1608, the city is one of the oldest in Canada and welcomes 8 million tourists a year.
Last time I was in Canada, I was on a hockey tour with my school. I was a pretty decent player. Something I'm not very good at is ice skating. Wonder what would happen if you put the two together.
As its official sport, there's no doubt Canada loves ice hockey. And most Canadians watch a game every week. I'm really hoping not to break anything, so I'm putting myself in the safe hands of coach Vincent of the Quebec Remparts, who's been playing since he was 5 years old.
Hello, Vincent.
Hello, Susan.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You look amazing.
Thank you very much.
I want to try ice hockey. Can you assist me?
Yeah, that's going to be a pleasure. We've got some practice drills that we have for you. So we're going to do a bit of stick handling, a bit of skating, and a bit of shooting.
Okay. I'm a bit nervous, so you're going to take care of me?
Yeah, don't worry,
Yeah.
we're there. We've got gear for you in the locker room, so if you want to get changed, and we're going to be jumping on the ice as soon as you're ready.
I trust you.
Yeah.
I trust...
No worries, no
right.
worries.
I'll go and get ready then, okay?
Good.
Okay, see you in
See you.
a few days.
I hope Vincent and goalie Patrick are warmed up, because it's time they met their new winger. just hope I don't go full Bambi on ice in front of these two professionals.
Need help? You want to join us?
I would love to join you.
Come on the
Okay.
ice. Be careful, slidey.
Oh, my... Oh, okay.
Oh, wow, you're good.
Okay.
Natural. You're a natural. You push with your toe.
Push with my toe.
Yeah. One skate is
Okay.
sliding and the other one is pushing. So
Okay.
you push with one and you
Okay.
slide with the other.
I see.
So you're natural. You're good. Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
There we are.
Unbelievable.
We're on the ice.
It's going well so far, but I think the game involves more than just tiptoeing on the ice without falling on my face.
Oh.
You're good.
Okay.
You're good.
It's the stopping I'm not very good at. It's the stopping I'm not very good at.
Seriously, you're not bad at all.
The lads are obviously overwhelmed by my natural talent, so it's time to progress to point scoring.
Show me how you move the puck and try and score a goal.
All right, so I'm moving from back to front and I shoot.
Nice save, mate. Nice save.
There's something about the way they glide across ice that made that look easy. I promise you, it's not.
I'm I'm not controlling anything. Hold on.
Yep.
I can't. It's the stopping that's the
Yeah.
problem. Oh no! Oh no! This is terrible. It's tough. Okay. And we are off. Oh, just missed.
Just missed.
Just missed. Hold on a second. And we're controlling the puck, and we are. Oh, that wasn't bad though.
Come on, Calman, get your head in it. The clock's running down. It's a drawn game, and this is the last chance to score a winning point.
We're determined to make this look impressive.
We are gonna out. Yeah.
Oh my word. This is one of the hardest things I've ever done. That is ice hockey in Canada.
Yeah.
With two gorgeous, wonderful people who made me feel so safe. Oh, thank you, sir. You're so beautiful and you're so lovely
you
as
very
well.
Congratulations.
You're amazing.
Welcome to a hockey world.
I've no idea how these lads can keep that up for a full 60 minutes of play. Exhausted and exhilarated, it's time for me to retire gracefully. My trip around the Canadian coastline is coming to a close. But before I leave, I'm taking myself to a breathtaking beauty spot for one last look at magnificent Canada.
They say don't go chasing waterfalls, and you don't need to, because just outside the city is one of the biggest you'll ever find.
The stunning Montmorency Falls are located in Montmorency Park. Standing an impressive 82 metres tall, they dwarf Canada's more famous Niagara Falls by 30 metres. But this time, I'm not going to stay on terra firma and admire them from a distance. I'm chasing my way to the top. Helpfully, there's a relaxing way to get to the precipice, or it's supposed to be. But it's not exactly my favourite way to travel.
I've just met Peter and Pauline. Pauline specifically said she's going to look after me because I'm frightened of cable cars, right, Pauline?
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually do not like heights.
Do you not like heights?
But things like this don't bother me.
Oh, right, okay.
As long as people don't rock them.
I will not be rocking that. I will not be rocking the cable car. Okay. So, oh, hello. Okay, we're all fine, Pauline. We're all fine, Pauline. Okay. Now, as you notice, I've turned my back completely on the view, Pauline, because there's a bell ringing. I'm sure that's absolutely fine. Here we are. Here we are. Everything's absolutely fine. Seems that Peter, don't move. I swear to goodness, Peter, stay where you are. Stay where you are, Peter.
I do feel slightly sorry for Peter and Pauline here. They've come for a romantic trip to the falls, and they've ended up taking care of this quivering wreck.
It's gorgeous, Pauline. But I'm just getting higher. For someone who's afraid of heights, Pauline, you're doing better than I am.
Yeah, well, I know it's safe. I know it's safe.
Right, we're almost at the top. Thanks for keeping me company.
You're welcome. Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too. Here we go. Well done, everybody. Thank you very much indeed, Pauline and Peter. You're superstars.
Right, then that's to be trouble.
Thank you.
They couldn't get away fast enough, and I don't blame them. But that should be the hard bit over with. Now it's just a case of following my ears.
You know the bit in The Wizard of Oz where she starts out and it's black and white and then she walks into Technicolor? That's what it feels like. I'm quite loving the way you get to the waterfall. I mean, just look at that, the bluest sky you'll ever see and the reddest leaves. If it wasn't for the thundering noise of water, it's just a gentle walk in a national park.
There's only one true way to view these falls.
Hello!
By braving the 100-metre suspension bridge that dangles over the colossal waters.
Still a bit nervy. Oh my, oh! Just holding on for a bit of safety. This is pretty brilliant. I'm not even afraid of the heights anymore. There's someone fly fishing at the bottom of one of the biggest waterfalls in the world. Hello, Canada. It's got that drama about it. And what a place to come on my final stop. Like, absolute drama all the way.
I'm so pleased I came up here. Just look at that view. By embracing the moment and braving that cable car, I've added a spectacular memory to my growing list of amazing Canadian experiences. And that sums up my whole cruise, really. Giving things a go and learning lots along the way. And even if it doesn't always go quite as expected...
Oh no, it's a duck! It's a duck!
So what? You'll have stories to share and laugh about for the rest of your days.
When I get home, people always ask me, how was your cruise? But it's difficult to sum up in words. It's more about how it makes me feel. And right now, I feel on top of the world!
Next time, I'll be walking in the footsteps of the ancient Greeks.
This is pure, lovely relaxation holiday type thing, isn't it?
Oiling my taste buds.
Do not swallow immediately.
It's not a shot.
It's not whiskey.
And meeting my Greek hero.
Life is all about moments, Susan.
I'm having one right now with you, Captain.
In this mythical land.
Absolutely incredible.
And you can see that next Friday at 8. Exploring the Cotswolds, motorhoming with Merton and Webster sees Paul and Suki try off-grid camping new Sunday at 9. Seeing what Sin City has to offer before dropping in on pal and fellow crooner Donny Osmond. Holidaying with Jane McDonald is new next.